They'll start on the ground here on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Tanner. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They go play action now. Lawrence
rolling to his left. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, but sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Tanner. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down, Tanner. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Tanner. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Looking to throw, Tanner. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now 14-0. Santoso now to send this one away. Take it in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Woods. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Tanner. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lawrence. And he rips that one incomplete there. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Another tote for Etienne. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. This is caught. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And it's now 21-7.
Santoso now to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Tanner. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and he forced an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Tanner.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's a give to Etienne.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On play action, Lawrence.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And it's taken in at the 9.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Tanner. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
A handoff for Etienne. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
Lawrence heads off, and Ryan Santoso, the field goal unit, on now for the Jacksonville field goal try. Up and good for Santoso. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably ran a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Etienne once more. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Third and 2, now Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
They'll run. It's ETN.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On second down, ETN once more.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from going up by 30.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Operating from the gun, Tanner. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Chad Muma.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's he's going to be a foot or so short. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down now, it's Woods, and he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 28. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing to start the drive. Tanner. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Chad Muma.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one.